had a great lesson with a 37-year-old, a fireman, Luke, 6'1", 190, very explosive. But the opening swings here, you can see that he averaged 73 miles an hour. And I expected a lot more because he's very explosive. Watch how he's buried in the back foot. Watch how your head doesn't come ahead. You step to the inside. And actually, when your front foot comes down, you're actually driving yourself backwards as it comes time to swing. Watch your rear hip and your upward motion. You drive yourself backwards and you lose all that linear momentum coming ahead of the stride, getting linear stride converted into rotation. The other thing was your hand path came very, very far up, and part of the reason is, or most of the reason is, your lead arm does not extend and drive out, doesn't create a linear force on the leg and snap. It stays pinned to your chest, and your rotation just kind of drags it around into the ball. You end up hitting the ball in an axe-style position, pretty square. You get into the rollover much too fast, but you hit it in an axe-style position there. But again, we'll compare it to Matt Brady. Watch how he comes ahead more linearly, changes the rotation, and when he comes ahead and down on that front foot, watch how there's a drive more linearly forward, creating a lag and a snap. That's what we want to strive for. Look at the lag, the drive of the hands, getting some extension, creating a lag, leading with the hands, and then the snap follows because the top arm extends past the bottom. Linear motion forward, top hand drives off the rear hip drive, and it's much more linear. Your thoughts have to become much more linear. You're still leaving a lot on the table, even though you improved a lot. Look at here. Look how your lead shoulder lifts up and your left arm is pinned to its side. You're more dragging and lifting it. There's no element of getting that drive, that lag and snap, that drive of the hands forward. So we want to stretch out, get you to get off that back foot. There you come forward. Come forward during that. Actually, I like to see you as you're lowering, and then you kind of reach ahead late and move forward late with your body. So as you start lowering, you should be pushing off the inside of that back foot. See how jammed back you are here? You can look at the back foot, but watch here. This is improved. Watch your back foot and back hip drive open. That's what you want to get, except for when we start that rotation, we want to go ahead and start our motion forward. There you're rolling over. There's a little bit of a rollover there, but overall, look at how there's a bounce in that bat. Watch the left wrist, it rolls over. So need to work more on axe snap and more driving it. Drive the hands ahead to create a lag, get the hands to lead, like Matt Brady right here. Lead with the hands, and then the snap will catch up. Like cracking a whip or like casting a fishing pole, you drive your hands forward to create a linear motion inside the rotation, and then you'll snap. Frank Henry here you can see too. Watch his lead arm. It comes off, comes straight ahead. You're getting a stabbing motion, a drive of the hands, whatever you want to call it, extension. But watch the knob. It doesn't go any higher than the bottom of the ball. Or should say the knob starts out than the hands, but they always track to the bottom of the ball. So we use a diagonal torque drill again. I like to see it coming ahead more so than you are here now. We want to work on the snap. Watch the snap here. Look at it. It's a drag. Your hands aren't extending and driving out. You drag and then you extend late, or you snap late, and that with minimal extension. Watch on Frank Henry here. Watch how there's a drive. There's a drive outside. A linear motion. You have to get that thought process in your head. More linear motion with the hands going towards the bottom of the ball. Knob initially, then hands, and then you'll flow right into the snap. Wherever your knob initially aims and wherever the hands track to on that lag, that's what you get. But right here, look at how slow and lazy it is. It's almost like you rotate and drag it ahead, and then you start off. So when we went to the tee here right away, you can look and see, it looks like a pretty well-struck ball, but you're leaving a lot on the table. Look at how the lead arm. It's pinned. You're just rotating. See that? There's no extension, no drive of the knob, no extension outside the rotation. And then right here, like on Frank Henry again, drive outside the rotation. Andrew Collins, drive outside the rotation. Here's the end of day one, where you rode over a lot of top of some balls here, but you actually hit some really good bombs. And two, right here, watch, your lead arm is pinned. There's not much lag, but you do keep it in an X-style position and hit it square. But a lot of the balls, if you're a little bit early, like on that one, you're going to ride over the top, which is great if you want, to get top spin line drives. Here on my swing, watch my hands, just like those other guys. They extend out, they drive out, creating a lag and a snap. It's more of a linear thought on the hip rotation is tight, of course, but you want to drive the ball, not try to lift it. And you have to make sure you get that bracelet to convert that. So we want to get more extension worked on the stab right there. there's good extension. But watch when I added the top piece, you just rotate it around there. There's no extension on that. Watch. There's no stab forward off of there. You're just dragging it around with the lead arm without getting any kind of extension. This is a great drill that we used the last lesson with Jason. We're going to really drive those hands forward forcibly. So if whenever you pick to choose to hit, drive forcibly. Look at here, you're just rotating around. See that? Your rotation, it looks like you're creating a lag, but watch your shoulder and your lead arm. You're just rotating, and that's what brings it forward. You aren't bringing it forward with a drive of the hand. Same thing right there. You're stabbing, but you're not stabbing forward to get outside the rotation. So then it just becomes a drag. Even here on the stab drill, watch your lead arm. It doesn't extend out. You're just rotating around. That's what brings it forward. Watch the extension outside the rotation there for Andrew Collins. And right here on yours, you're just rotating and bringing it around, and then maybe a little bit of a oomph at the end. You can still hit the ball good with this, but you want to get more consistency, and you have the power to really be a high-level player. You hit 95 miles an hour at the end, and I think you're leaving 5 or 10 miles an hour on the table here. Here's some of the early swings, and you can look that you just aren't coming ahead. Look how he comes ahead as he lowers. See, your head's staying in place, and then you drift ahead a little bit, and of course, that brings your upper body down. So the Frisbee throw is going to give you a little bit more ability to come ahead on it. The Frisbee throw is a good one, and also the stab. So here's the end of day 2. And already, when you get tired, you get outside. Look at your head hasn't moved ahead. You're right back to where you were at the start. Now, they weren't all like that. We worked on it down here. But again, you've got to lower as you're coming ahead. This base part is really important for getting, right here. But you should be lowering already from the start. There's a little hesitation. You lower, then you come ahead. Watch Henry. He's lowering as he comes ahead. So that's going to be a real key for you. And if you get in your thought process a little bit more linear on the whole swing, it'll be better. Now, there's a bomb. But you've got such a level of explosiveness. Now, is there a stab? Maybe a little bit, but the snap is good. The X snap is good, and that's what saves you on it. You're still, like I say, you can hit like that all day, but look how you're buried back. There's no linear force. You can get on the stride. You can convert to rotation with the hips and the tight torque of the front leg. And again, the hand path is up, and if you miss it, it's going to be over the top. So here you're coming ahead a little bit better. You land a little bit more firmly, and that's another bomb. But watch how your hands don't drive ahead. They drive ahead a little bit, but then they stop driving, and your top hand and snap kind of take over. And look at your hips. You're lifted up. You're actually driving yourself backwards. Look at Henry's hips and that are flowing into the front leg, creating linear force. And watch how you're pushing yourself up and backwards away. So you're actually pushing your whole body away as you actually make your snap. Now here you had a really good end to day number 1, where you really were driving the ball better. That's great. And you actually came ahead forward more. And watch your hand path here you're talking about. You say, look at it. It's a level drive of the hands forward. We worked more on top arm extension the first day, but second day we went more to an emphasis on getting the lead arm stab.
Look at that.
So work on what we had there, getting extension. Great things are going to come.
Look at that. Holy shit.
Right through the bottom of the ball. It is like an aggressive punch.
88 miles per hour. 95 miles per hour. 88 miles per hour.
A better focus on letting the shoulders guide my stab, or rotate. Shoulders lead the rotation, and then my hands are going 2 feet to where the ball's going to come, and then just letting the snap happen on its own. For me, one, the hip drill with Baboom, getting my hips to drive, that was a big change for me coming into here. And then probably the slide tube, keeping that stab short.